pay yourself first. You've probably heard that phrase bandied about among friends and family. But what the heck are they talking about? You're just trying to put gas in the car and pay for your groceries. You don't have time or money to pay yourself first. When I'm done with you, you'll know exactly what pay yourself first means. You'll be itching to set it up before nightfall, or close of business, or daybreak. You get the idea. Pay yourself first is the kind of grandfatherly advice right up there with buy low, sell high, sonny boy. I first heard it when I was but a wee lad, and my dad gave me a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Set in ancient Babylonia, the author, George Clason, used parables to teach strategies for building wealth. The book was first published in 1926, almost 100 years ago. And I just read it over the weekend, and it still rings true today. The first and maybe the most important lesson is to know that a part of all you earn is yours to keep. And that the first 10% of your income should be paid to you. That means you pay yourself before you pay the bills, before the power company gets its cut, before the bank gets the loan payment, before the insurance company gets its slice. For most of us, taxes are withheld from our paycheck, so bypassing the tax man is pretty hard, but that's okay. And for Christians who tithe, their first 10% would go to their church, so they're paying themselves second. The second 10% would go to themselves before paying other bills. How do you execute such a plan? The most efficient and effective way is to put it on automatic pilot. That way it gets done and you won't even miss the money. Why do you think the IRS withholds its money from your paycheck? I don't think their tax collection rate would be too high if it was up to Americans to send checks into the IRS every pay period. Set up a link from your checking account to your savings account or an investment account, like a Roth IRA, and then have the 10% drafted automatically after every paycheck. You can figure out the days to draft it based on your pay schedule. You may want to put in a couple buffer days between your paycheck landing and the pay yourself date. You may already be doing this, paying yourself first without even realizing it. If you're contributing to a 401k, you're essentially paying yourself first. The money, the contribution, is coming right out of your paycheck at your employer and going right into your account. If you're not contributing 10% into your 401k, make it a goal to work up to that. In my experience, most people don't ever miss the 10% after a couple pay periods. Get used to living on what you get. If you never actually have the money to spend, you don't. But if the money is readily available, it's easy to find something to blow it on. That's why putting this on autopilot is so effective. It's among the simplest yet most powerful investment advice ever given. Pay yourself first. Hey, you earned it. It's yours. Keep some of it before sending the rest of it on its way. Part of all you make is yours to keep. Pay yourself first.